Mikayla Noguiera, one of TikTok's most famous and fakest influencers, has recently sparked further fury with her response to the criticism that she's been getting regarding her deceptive use of filters and AI, as well as her irresponsible and distasteful influence amongst young fans. So I thought today we could go over some of her response to the filter stuff, because it's something that I personally have been very critical of her in the past, and then we can talk about some of the oddities in her recent content that really bothers me personally. But before that, be sure to subscribe to the channel so I can afford my new Clash Royale addiction. Also, join my clan, it's on screen right now. Top comment gets co-leader, because why not? In any case, just get subscribed and let's get into it, yeah? So probably start with a brief overview of the filter controversy first for those who aren't aware. And if you don't know who Mikayla Noguiera is at all, I'd recommend you watch my last video on her, or don't. It really doesn't make a difference at all, to be fair. She is the most basic TikTok influencer of all time. You know, you've seen one, you've seen them all at this point. So on screen right now are just some of the many uses of filters that she uses in her videos without telling people. But that'd be one thing, right? It's not just that she doesn't tell people she's using filters, it's that she actively tells people that she isn't using any sort of filters. You know, she tells people that there's no AI, no filters involved, it's just cameras and lighting. However, a lot of the time, it's completely undeniable that she is, in fact, using filters. There's a video on screen right now of the sort of filter that Mikayla Noguiera uses regularly, and as you can see, they're very easy to use and also incredibly convincing if you don't know that they're being used. And again, I wouldn't have a problem with this at all if she was upfront about her usage of filters or just didn't lie about it. Like, at the very least, don't claim that what you're doing is completely real and natural and that you don't use anything whatsoever. But even then, if you want to lie about using filters, you're not like an evil person for doing so. It's just a bit scummy, because in today's current climate of everyone comparing their bodies to everyone else and unrealistic beauty standards and all that, it's just, yeah, it's a bit scummy. But when it really gets bad is when you see that she uses these filters even in photos with other people, even if it makes them look worse. So this, for example, is a picture that she posted on Instagram of herself with Selena Gomez. And again, it looks completely realistic, but all it takes is a little editing, and as you can see, the whole thing is actually a filter. When you move things back and straighten the curves to see what the picture actually looks like, you can see Selena Gomez is significantly thinner, and Mikayla Noguiera is significantly bigger. Now, if you're not happy with your body and you feel the need to use filters, that's fine, right? Again, as long as you're upfront about it. But when you do so to the detriment of other people around you, that's when it becomes like some serious scumbag shit, in my opinion, especially when it's someone like Selena Gomez, who has notoriously been body shamed consistently and habitually for years now because of her lupus. Like, if she knew that this was going to be done to her filter-wise, I'm sure she wouldn't have taken this photo with you. Someone with 17 million followers on TikTok, someone whose photo will definitely be seen by millions of people. Here's another picture of Selena Gomez from the same event if you wanted more proof that that a filter was being used, right? Can't lie, the Reddit is a little bit weird, but I mean, I big up the Reddit for, you know, supplying all the information and that, but also, like, not her messing with my baby Selena. I can't with this girl. I wasn't aware that also on BT7 was Selena Gomez's mother. Or father. Also, Selena, like, first name basis type shit, as though they go pub every night. It's like, mate, no, Selena Gomez, she's not your baby. She's just a fucking girl who happens to be famous, right? Leave her alone. That would really weird me out if I was getting called, like, someone's baby in the comments of some miscellaneous Reddit thread. You know what it is, actually? A friend of mine sent me this, and it fucking pissed me the fuck off. Even on completely unrelated subreddits, just out of nowhere, no matter where you are, I'm getting AI allegations, even on, like, just random subreddit, the fucking Kirby subreddit. Kirby inhaled your favorite YouTuber. What ability did he get? And Banana Peel Jazzy says he inhaled Dankyjabo and got the AI ability. 0 votes as well, and fucking right you will. Just fuck off with the AI shit, man. For new viewers, I'm not AI. Once again, I'm seeing people like come into the comments in spades, genuinely wondering, like, ooh, I don't want to support an AI creator, but if this guy's actually AI, like, I don't want to, like, as much as I maybe enjoyed the video, I can't support that. And sometimes no one corrects them. Like, every now and then they'll get a reply being like, no, it's fine, he's not actually AI. And then people will respond with like, okay, all right, cool, fair enough then. But sometimes I get no fucking response at all. This is damaging me, man. Fucking everywhere. The Kirby subreddit, of all places. If you wanted more evidence that Mikayla Noguiera isn't upfront with her use of filters, which she is most definitely using, then have a look at this TikTok, which, unbeknownst to her, was flagged with use of AI by TikTok. But before that, this video is sponsored by FreeCash. So I'm sure we've all heard about those apps that allow you to make money by playing games and doing surveys. And I've personally always been a little bit wary of them. So when FreeCash contacted me for a sponsor, I've got to admit I was a little bit hesitant at first. But after using it for just a few minutes, I was infinitely more comfortable with it. Here's the deal. Freecash is a platform that allows you to make money by doing simple stuff that you're probably already doing, like playing mobile games, completing surveys, or checking out new apps. And one of the first differences I noticed about this service is that unlike other websites that make you wait forever to cash out, Freecash lets you withdraw as soon as you hit $20, which it won't take you long to figure out is actually a super achievable amount, and doesn't take all too long either. And they don't mess about with payment options either. You can use PayPal, Bitcoin, Amazon gift cards, and more. You go on the interface and you can pick any game that's offered to you. I picked Match Dragons using the QR code that Freecash gave me. And hey, that's cool. Just downloading the app already gave me $4. I made $4 just from downloading an app. After playing for a minute or two, I could see every reward that was being offered and decided to bank some easy coins. And in the ultimate test, I cashed it out right through PayPal, and wouldn't you know it, it went through no problem. What I also like is that Freecash has over 5,000 different offers, so there's always something new to try. And if you're someone who likes in-app purchases, or even doesn't like in-app purchases, Freecash has some of the best cashback rates and bonuses that I've ever seen. So spending money in-game can easily be used for profit, and a lot of the time you just get that money straight back. They also have an inbuilt referral system, so if you invite friends, you both earn more. And this isn't just me hyping up, by the way. Freecash has a 4.8 rating on Trustpilot for very good reason. There's thousands of reviews on there too, so people are really getting paid. And here's the best part. If you sign up using my link in the description, or scan the QR code on screen, you'll get a $5 bonus just for starting your first offer. Now, just to be clear, I'm obviously not saying that you're going to make a living using a service like this, but if you've got enough free time and want to have some fun playing on some apps, then I really recommend Freecash. So once again, if that sounds cool to you, then you can check my link out in the description for $5 free. Alright, back to the video.
My husband is so thoughtful. He's taking me on the sweetest date I've probably ever heard. Every weekend, me and Cody go on a date, and it's different every time, and I'm like, he's gonna run out of ideas.
You can see here, TikTok has tagged this with AI generated. Now, just to be clear, this is not a tag that Mikayla Noguiera has put on the video herself. What she's done is used AI to make her skin a bit smoother or clearer or whatever, make her fit, like reduce the blemishes, make herself look, I guess, prettier, so to speak. It is, when I point it out, especially if you're aware of how these sort of filters work, it is a little bit obvious, but it was not her intention to let people know that she was in fact doing this, if that makes sense. I mean, that can pretty much be evidenced by her never ever having told people that she was using filters or AI or, you know, body filters even.
Basically, he noticed that I always point out people who ride bikes and express that I wish I had a bike. So today, Cody is literally taking me to buy a bike. Then we are gonna make a healthy picnic lunch, bike around our neighborhood, find a cute spot on the grass, and have a picnic.
Side note, I do wonder if these stories are actually, like, fucking real, or if she just sets a camera up and tells some random bullshit every day. Maybe the TikTok is, like, a genuine diary for her, and she does document, like, real experiences that are happening with her boyfriend, or husband, even. My bad. Congrats, by the way. You know, till death do us part. Top comment here, don't ever stop dating your spouse. Well, I'm sure that, there go her plans for Saturday, then. They were on the brink of a fucking divorce, but luckily, they got a TikTok comment saying not to break up. These comments are so positive. It's quite lovely, actually. Like, just do a quick, I'm doing a quick scroll here now. Show these on screen, man. These are just so nice. I don't know if she filters the bad ones out. I like to hope not. I like to hope that she's just got this, like, positive, fostering community in her comment section. Why can't my comments be like this? It's just all people fucking calling me AI. This girl actually is using AI, and she don't get the accusations. And then there's me, who genuinely just uses lighting and camera angles, and I'm the one getting the fucking accusations, man. I want to caveat my intro comment about Clash Royale co-leader with, if your top comment has any mention of AI, you're not getting co-leader. Have that. Here you go here as well. Auto label. TikTok may automatically apply the AI generated label to content we identify as completely generated or significantly edited with AI. It's not even just edited, right? Significantly edited.
I'm about to meet Martha Stewart. A sentence I never thought I would say in my life. This is the dress I'm gonna wear. I think with my hair, this is gonna look stunning. Let's try it on. How the fuck do I get this on? This is so fucking cool. Am I wearing this right? Okay, wait. This might be one of the prettiest dresses I've put on my body.
I hope she doesn't do that fake-ass accent when she meets Martha Stewart. Yeah, oh, by the way, for people who are new here, the accent's fake. I mean, obviously it's fucking fake. Who the fuck is Martha Stewart? There you go, the one slightly negative comment, Martha. Maybe it's not really negative, though. It's just sort of taking the mick, but perfectly pronounces the R in Stewart. Yeah, because it's not real, man. This isn't a secret. Mate, she's done, like, heartbreaking videos where she talks about her husband's addiction and, like, relapse and shit, and still does that stupid accent on it. It's like, imagine if I did a video detailing like some traumatic shit that had happened in my life, and I was like, hey guys, you know what, I was gonna go somewhere with that, but it's like, everyone tells me my American accent's I'll try to change it, I'll do like a deeper American accent. Hey guys, so I just wanted to talk about, no, you know what, fuck that, we're not doing that actually, we're gonna move on. Now, I realize I'm just not in the right headspace for it, it's not coming out as naturally as I'd like it to, it's not gonna happen.
This like brown material, oh my god. This fits me so good too. I feel really good in this. Like, I feel very confident, and this is perfect. I'm gonna meet Mathis Stewart. She's launching a skincare line, which, cool. I'm gonna try it. I added all of my jewelry, just to reiterate what I was referring to earlier. Like, someone might take a photo of me tonight where I have like fat sticking out, or like I have all this loose skin, loose fat, and they might get a photo of me showing that, or if I'm like, I'm not fucking pregnant, but like sometimes I'm just chilling. I'm not always like this. Sometimes I'm just like this, and you might get a picture of that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I'm fucking editing my body and filtering the shit out of myself. Sometimes I look like this. In pictures, when I pose, I look like this. Sometimes I fucking look like this. Okay? Can we like that's what I'm saying. Can we end the dialogue around how I look in real life versus online? Because sometimes I fucking look like a bad bitch. And sometimes I look like a normal ass fucking human being. Which I am. So, I need help picking shoes.
Right, okay, so that there's cope. I'm sure, the thing is, there is definitely lighting, angles, your stance, it does make a huge difference, and no one's denying that. But at the same time, there have been multiple occasions where the filter just straight up fucks up on her body. Like, you'll see it sort of zone in and out of filter and non-filter. There have been warped backgrounds in the past. The last video was literally flagged as AI-generated content, which TikTok itself said that it needs to be significantly edited with AI to be flagged as AI-generated. There have been pictures of her and her family where her family members are significantly distorted because of it all. There's just way too much evidence leading towards the she's using filters a lot more than she lets on type thing. And by a lot more than she lets on, I mean like, well, she doesn't let on at all. So one would be a lot more than she lets on. I'm sure on some occasions people are over-exaggerating because it really does make a huge difference, as she has just shown there, to be fair to her. Okay, so this here is the official response. I know we've been waiting a little bit to all of the accusations, right? It's quite a long one, but it is also a big accusation that people have been talking about for years now, so let's give it a look.
There's constant confusion about why I look different in person than in my videos. I want to make something very clear. I am aware that I'm not an attractive person. Sorry, I don't know why I'm fucking getting emotional over it. I'm aware that I'm not, like, aesthetically pleasing to look at or, like, photogenic. It's really easy to take a bad photo of me. I don't have the best side profile, which I've talked about and I've shown. Sorry. Ugh. Anyways. I don't know why I look different in person. I don't. Like, I film on the TikTok app with no filters. I'm just sitting here talking to my phone and this is what I look like. This is what I look like. But in person, I'm not as pretty or, like, attractive. And transparently, there's nothing I can do about that. This is the dumbest video ever. I had zero intention of crying in this. There's nothing I can do about my side profile.
You know, this would genuinely be like a really emotional and powerful video that I would really sympathize a lot with if she wasn't lying about not using filters and AI. I mean, once again, the last video was literally flagged with AI-generated content, meaning that you significantly edited it using AI. We've seen you zone in and out of filter usage in your videos. But even all that aside, the core message here is totally, like, totally sympathetic. Like, no one can watch this video and act as though, like, yeah, what, just disregard all of it, you know what I mean? And this is what I said in the last video, is that, like, at the end of the day, it's sad, and it's more of a, the shit thing is when she gets others involved more so, and also the lying about it all. But at the core of it, at the very core of the issue, is just a girl who's very insecure about her appearance, and there's a lot of those people out there. There's a lot of people who feel that way, and it's clearly something that she is genuinely struggling with, and has been for a majority of her life, hence her getting so emotional at the mere mention of it. And it's like, who can't relate to feeling a bit shit about themselves every now and then? It just consumes some people more so than others. But the thing is, I'm sure good, normal people like you and I would agree that she is not an unattractive person. She's not photogenic. She's totally normal, fine-looking girl. It's not even a particularly bad side profile at all. But one of the core issues with people who feel this way about themselves is that it doesn't really matter how they actually look. All that matters is how they think they look. That's why body dysmorphia is the fucking scourge that it is. But that's also why I think it's so important to be honest about the filters and modifications that you use, that you do. Because that is what helps, that is what prevents other people from feeling the same way. That's how you genuinely make a change. Like, I feel as though it'd be one thing if Mikayla didn't use any filters, never used, like, any of that shit, right? I think that would be helpful, but I also think it would be almost equally as helpful and uplifting to say, just a heads up, I am using filters here, I am using AI because I felt a bit shit about myself. It's like men who start balding and go through hair transplants and then act as though they never had a hair transplant. That shit pisses me off as well. Or celebrities who go on Ozempic or have, like, a surgery or something and then aren't upfront about it and just say they worked it off. That shit pisses me off as well. It's also a net loss, like, it's embarrassing for you because most of the time we can fucking tell. And as much as I hate to say this as well, it's also difficult to believe videos like this when she has such a history of lying and faking emotions, just like the emotion she's displaying here. And not to mention, yes, she is still doing that fucking phony accent as well, which is like, even in your state of peril, even in your state of like heightened emotion, to keep that accent going, it does make me question just how real you're being. Like, she fakes everything, man. She faked her wedding, she falsely advertised her skincare brand, she fakes how she looks, she fakes her fucking voice.
I don't have an attractive side profile, and people really like to use that against me, but people...
I feel that's a bit similar to mine, honestly. She's just got there's a bit of a high bridge, nothing wrong with that. I can relate to that shit. I don't know, it's fine, like, it is genuinely fine. She looks totally fine in my opinion.
And people really like to use that against me, but some photos I see of me, like, out in public, I like how I look. Majority, I don't. Because I'm not a photogenic person, and I'm not someone who is, like, a model. I'm not attractive. So, I do my best to look good online, because I'm showing myself to 17 million people, like, sorry that I try to look good. But when you see a photo of me out in public, yeah, I get why I don't look very good. I'm just not photogenic like that. It's like, in a candid photo, I don't look that good. I'm literally prepping my skin with fucking tears. I'm gonna tell you something, like, people who take pictures of me out in public, or, like, any sort of, like, Getty images, like, they don't give a fuck about your insecurities. Like, if you have a stomach like, your stomach is out and that you're insecure about, they don't give a fuck. If you have, like, saggy skin on your arms, which I have like excess skin all over my body, they don't give a fuck about that. Like, so yeah, it's gonna show in pictures. It's 3 minutes in and I should be almost done with my makeup. Hold on. I really need to get myself together because I'm trying to make a point here. People like to take the pictures of me I post on Instagram.
I kind of feel as though, like, they're sort of deflecting from the issue here, which is the use of filters and AI. Like, I don't think the majority of people criticizing her are criticizing her for being unattractive, so to speak. Like, that is a very small... You know what it is, right? I'm gonna say it's a very small minority of people. It's not a small minority, but it is a minority. Like, if you go on that fucking Reddit, she's got 17 million followers. I'm sure there are thousands of people who are genuinely calling her ugly and being fucking horrible bastards on a daily basis, right? But those aren't it's easier said than done, but those aren't the fucking people to pay attention to, right? But also, everyone will get them. So yeah, besides it all, like, as much as I do think she's a bit of a prick for the way that she is using the filters, especially around other people, you still have to feel sorry for her for the sheer amount of people on a daily basis lambasting her appearance. Like, that shit would get to anyone. And it means so much more than, like, the nice comments that you get as well. And not to sound like a narcissist here or anything, but I get hundreds of comments about my hair, and I really fucking appreciate that, because most of the comments are like, your hair's great, it looks really nice, or you've done it well, whatever, right? You fucking get the idea. And I appreciate that to shit, because I work very hard on my hair. I take the fucking, you know, I take the supplements, I eat right, I fucking try to stay away from stress, I try to sleep well, I, you know, do the routines and shit, I do the oils, I try my best to maintain it and keep it looking good. So when people compliment it, fucking feels good, man. The other day I had it in like a sort of side part. It wasn't even on purpose. I just parted it wrong when I came out the shower and people loved it. And I really, like, I can't tell you how happy that shit makes me. But then one day on Instagram, I was going through my Instagram DMs, I got one comment, one message from someone being like, just so you know, mate, I can see you've already started balding, and when you do go bald, I'm out this bitch. I'm not watching your content. And I'm sat there like, have I started balding? And if so, is it that fucking noticeable? Like, gee, I'm only 20, oh my god, like, is it that bad? And I started like, mate, for the next month, I was like hyper fixated on that shit. Like, I'm doing everything right. If I'm fucked already, like, this isn't fair. It's like that one comment you surfed and just pushed through every single positive comment that I get regarding that part of my body. So I genuinely cannot imagine what it's like to get that sort of shit on the level of Mikayla Noguiera, who has, I don't know, 100 times more of an audience than I do. You can best believe, by the way, that when I do inevitably start balding and it becomes, like, horrible, I'm getting that bastard surgery. Like, one day I'm gonna stop showing my hair on camera and just be wearing do-rags for a year whilst it grows back out after the surgery. Because I don't think I've got a pretty head shape. I think it's quite disjointed, really. I also have bullied myself into genuinely thinking that if I went bald, I would lose half my audience.
The people taking the candids of me don't know my angles, don't know what kind of photos I like, don't know my lighting. It's different. It's different. And I look really different when someone else is taking the picture.
Luckily, people don't need to know my lighting because everywhere I walk, I have this backlight on me. Like, you guys think it's just a rim light or some AI shit, but no, this is just part of my body, man. If I'm out in public, if people take candids of me, I've just got this orange rim light on my head at all times, man.
And yes, I edit the pictures. Everyone edits their pictures. But I don't edit them as heavily as people think. I do not edit my body. I'm so sick of that lie.
What do you mean by edits the pictures? What do you mean by that? As in, like, oh, because when you open the door to, like, yeah, I edit my pictures, but not that much. Well, that doesn't really mean much because we don't know what that much means to you. Like, you could completely clear your skin, for example. To some people, that would be a fuck ton of editing, right? But to some people, that would just be sort of standard procedure. For me, for example, I think completely, like, cleaning your skin of all blemishes using editing or AI or whatever the fuck, I think that's a lot of editing. I would say a normal amount of editing for a photo is maybe like putting a filter over it, like color correcting it a bit. Usually though, if I post to Instagram, I won't even fucking do that. I'll just take a photo on my phone and post that shit. Follow my Instagram, by the way. But I also do understand that the beauty standards are, you know, totally different for women too. Like, they care a lot more about that shit, and it's for a reason.
I'm 4'11", I weigh 135 pounds. Does that matter? No. People ask me how I'm a size 2. It's because I'm short and I can fit into a size 2. It's not because I'm skinny. I'm not skinny. My body proportions fit into 2 and 4 because I'm literally tiny. But when you're 4'11", the fat doesn't have a lot of places to go. So yes, I have loose fat on my abs, I have a stomach, I have back rolls. I don't know, like, why do people keep putting pictures of my fat in my comment sections? Do you think I don't know I exist with that? And I've made videos showing it openly. I can literally link it for you. Like, sorry that I like to put my best foot forward on my videos. Like,
yeah, that shit is really weird. Like, just people responding in like the fucking comment picture feature on TikTok. I'm not sure if it's a good one, to be honest. I guess it can make you laugh every now and then, but there's a reason that they haven't got it on YouTube, and hopefully it stays. I don't think it will ever be a thing on YouTube. I don't think you'll be able to, like, comment pictures in the, like, video comments of a video. They put that new community tab in. I quite like that, to be fair. I might add that to this channel. What do you guys think of that, actually? By the way, again, this is just, in my opinion, getting defensive and deflecting from the issue at hand here, which is the AI, the filters, and the editing that you use, and then are deceptive about on camera or in public, especially regarding the usage of them around other people.
I'm gonna use the lighting I like because I want to feel confident. I'm sorry that my stomach fat isn't hanging out of my clothes all the time. It doesn't mean I'm hiding it. Also, like, the constant conversation about my appearance, who gives an actual fuck? Like, literally. Does it even fucking matter what I actually look like?
No, it shouldn't matter. This is the thing, though. It shouldn't matter. People shouldn't be giving a fuck. Your deceptive use of filters and AI and then constantly lying about it, as you are doing in this video even, is the reason that people care about it. If you were either upfront about it or never used them, like didn't use them at all, people wouldn't care as much. And it's not like it's a thing you used to do and now don't do at all. The AI-generated TikTok, the one with that fucking tag on, was from less than 2 months ago.
There's so much more shit going on in the world than to care so much about this. And do not hit me with the yeah, because you're deceiving your eye. No, I'm not. There's no filter on the video. You're just making that up. There is zero deception on the video. Like, this is how I look.
Again, there was literally an AI-generated label on the fucking video. You can't say there was no filter on the... Well, why was there a label there then? Because you used an AI filter.
Do I look this way all the time? Probably fucking not. It doesn't mean I'm deceiving my audience. Anyways, clearly this has been bothering me for a long time. I'm just exhausted by the constant conversation about what I look like. Like, it's just like, enough. Like, we get it. I don't expect you to understand, but to have thousands of people criticize your appearance every day, it fucks you up. I'm just saying, it does. It would fuck you up too. Like, I don't care what anyone says. My whole life, I have not been considered beautiful. And I am aware that I'm not. And it's not easy being a beauty influencer who's not beautiful. People try to break me down for anything they can, but specifically my appearance. There are literally whole ass TikTok accounts dedicated to comparing how I look online versus in real life. Do you know what that fucking does to me? Or do you probably don't even give a shit what it does to me because you don't treat me like a human being. And I'm really like, fuck. I don't want to bring up too much about EDs, but I'm not doing good in that department. It fucking sucks. I refuse to ruin this makeup. I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna get me canceled. I don't fucking care. When I was 60 pounds heavier, people treated me so much kinder about my body, about the way I looked, because I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Why would that get you cancelled? Why would people cancel you for saying that you were treated kinder by people when you were 60 pounds heavier? Also, again, talking about ED, incredibly serious with your stupid, phony Boston accent. Is it Boston or was it something else? I can't remember, actually. I think I got in trouble last time for saying, but I need to make sure of this actually now. Brooklyn. That's it. Brooklyn.
Now that I've lost 60 pounds, it's like a sprint to find any flaw on my body that people can. Like, y'all find things wrong with me that I would never have even noticed. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that I get it.
Losing 60 pounds can't have been that. Sorry, it was an easy joke. I almost didn't tell it. I let it play out there for a second as well. Naz cut it after the 60-pound thing to make me look really witty or whatever, but it played out for a little longer as I sat here pondering whether or not to make that joke. And I immediately regretted it, but it's staying in the video because, you know, I think it's important to share your vulnerabilities every now and then.
There's nothing I can do about it. Anyways, on a more positive note, I'm going to a makeup conference today, which is really fun. I want to try these new Glossier blushes. This is the Cloud Paint in shade Billow. Look at that. Honestly, that is giving ashy. Like that, it's very light. I don't hate it. It's very purple. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry for this very much derailed video. I just don't get why we're still attacking people for their appearance.
Yeah, again, these comments are lovely, man. Like, I think it would be a really good thing if she read these comments and genuinely started to feel, you know, a bit better about herself, because her feeling good about herself, her feeling better about her appearance is only a net positive for everybody. You know, you gotta start tricking your mind to see, like, stop being insecure about, you know, loose skin, for example, and start seeing that as a positive, right? That loose skin is a sign of how hard I worked to lose weight. You know, that loose skin is not an ugly trait, but a positive one that shows my determination, right? My tenacity. Ideally, shit like that would be seen as a strength and not a weakness, right? You know what I mean? Anyways, aside from the genuinely quite emotional and there's a lot of sympathy in that sort of section of the video where she talks about her appearance, because who hasn't fucking struggled? It's like the most relatable thing ever. But now we'll transition into some more sort of typical Mikayla Noguiera content, which is spending copious amounts of money on completely useless, fucking hell, on completely useless trite and displaying it to your audience of millions of impressionable well, young girls mainly. And I guess tightening it around is like some sort of influential or inspirational thing, or just something that you should look up to at all. I don't know. It's not the type of, it's definitely not my type of content. In a way, you know what, I'll show you what I mean, right? It's just odd to me. And to many others as well, clearly. So just for some context, here's some, like, PR packages that she's received for, like, brand shit. It's fucking crazy. Like, look at the amount of shit that she's been given. Has she let it stack up? Fuck's sake, TikTok. Has she let it stack up that big? Or does it just happen to get that big? Because that's insane. And that wasn't even it. There's more, man. And then at the end of the same month, there's fucking more of just like, what is going on here? I've done a few brand deals on this channel before. No, I understand that you sometimes get free shit from the companies who are trying to sponsor you. One time I almost did a sex toy brand deal. I didn't end up going through with it because I just sort of thought like, you know what? Like, I just feel a little bit iffy about it. I don't know if the items were the greatest of quality. I'm not going to say that fucking name of the company. They did offer me like a lot of, but the thing is, because they were offering me so much more than I'm usually offered, I thought like there has to be there must be something about the brand or the toys or the quality that is lackluster for you to be offering me this much more. Like, something's up here, you know what I mean? So eventually I was like, oh no, I'm not doing it. But they were like, okay, we'll send them to you anyway. I was like, why? I'm not gonna do it. Like, you're not gonna convince me to. And I was like, no, we'll send them. You can test them, see if you like them, and yeah, and if you do, then you come back to us and you'll do it or whatever. And I was like, you know what? Fuck, like, I can't even say no. Like, they're just giving it, like, against my will. I'm just receiving this fucking box of sex toys. But it took like a month to get there. So I was opening packages when I lived in my old flat, and my roommate was in the room. Look at me saying roommate now. I've been fucking Americanized. We call them flatmates here. They don't stay in the same room as you like they do in America, which is fucking so, I can't imagine how that shit works, by the way, living in the actual same room as a complete stranger. There's a lot of parts of the world that do that shit, actually. The UK is not really one of them. We have places that do it, but widespread, not really. But whatever, off topic, right? I was sat down eating fucking cereal. My flatmate is doing some shit on the cooker or whatever. I start opening my package and she's just looking over because she sees a little rose toy pop out and she's like, what? Why are you what could you possibly be? What is going on here? Because fair enough if it was just one toy, but I just pull out like a fucking cacophony of like 10 different variations of sex and she's just watching over me like, what is happening here, lads? Like, who am I living with a fucking serial killer? Because they were all for, like, pussies and shit. I'm just for the record, I don't have one of them. So I personally wasn't gonna get much use out of them. I don't know if the brand knew this before they sent them over to me, but I can only assume, like, by you test them out, they mean test them on, like, other people? There were, like, 10 of them. So unless, I don't, like, what, you know what? Let's not even go there. Let's just move on. Point is, to receive that many PR packages is insane. The one PR package I received with 10 items in it wasn't even a fraction of the size that she's received there. But despite receiving all of that free shit, she still spends insane amounts of money on completely useless shit-looking shit.
It's fall. Which is so convenient because that means it's Ugg season, bitch. I got some good shit.
She got bare Uggs in the PR package videos, by the way, and here she is buying more. Why? How many Uggs does one need?
Look at these. Bitch, I'm not 4'11" anymore, okay? Anything that gives me height like this.
Those are quite nice, to be fair. I do like the look of them, but the cup filleth odor on Uggs, so those do look quite cool. I like the color at the bottom and how it contrasts with the white. Yeah, it's not a bad crep. Crepes are what we call shoes here, by the way, for the American viewers.
Sign me the fuck up. Look at the laces. They are thick. I love a shoe like this in the winter months that I can pair with a baggy jean. So freaking sick. This is definitely my favorite pair of all of them. These were the whole reason I went to the Ugg website. The Ugg ballerina slipper? Are you kidding me? I pray that these fit me. I got them in a size 7.5. I range from a 7 to an 8 in shoes. So this is the moment of truth.
I just realized I'm actually like watching this video and actually like I'm paying attention to it. Like, you get the idea. She bought a couple of fucking Uggs. There's really not much else to it. She bought 4 pairs of Uggs, which is crazy money after receiving bare already in PR packages. And then here's her unboxing the new iPhone.
Let's unbox it.
iPhone Air, that's the newest one. I didn't even know that these existed. I thought I was fucking Billy Big Bollocks purchasing the new iPhone. I was like, oh my, for the first time in my life, I'm using like, a good phone now, because my whole life I've been using like really old, 10-year-old, £100 phones that you can get off the fucking black market, basically. All we really ever had money for was like the Google Pixel 2 iterations before the current one. So when I got the newest iPhone, I was well chuffed with that shit. But now apparently there's a newer one. I was like, I didn't even get it that long ago. Okay, look, but you're getting the idea, right? She spends a lot of money on a lot of things. Here's a luxury shopping vlog. You know what? I don't really want to show the actual vlog itself, and the haul either. I want to show more the cost breakdown that someone posted.
So, I blacked out. Not a question.
5,900.
Every day on the
3,650.
Oh my god.
3,200.
This bag is one of Prada's
1,923.
Look, we are 15 seconds into a 90-second video here. Like, this is mind-boggling amounts of money being spent on shit that will realistically never be used ever. Now, I don't know about you, but me personally, I do not think that this is somebody who should be seen as a role model. I feel like all this does is promote sort of shallowness and value through items. It's a similar thing that the Wizard Liz does, actually. It's like this sort of, where these influencers will prop themselves up as, like, inspirational in the manner of, you don't need to be defined by the things you own, the designer brands you buy. Those things don't define you. They don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. What matters is the content of your goddamn character. Then you check their Instagrams, you go on their TikToks, and they're just fucking surrounded by Gucci and designer brands and Prada. We go harder for the Prada. And a lot of it is like so obnoxious as well and just looks like shit. Like at least with Prada, that shit looked good, you know what I mean? But like a lot of the shit looked bad. Then I'll be real though, there's also like, it's a small part of me that's like, you know what, you have this money. You've made it from, like, this career online. Maybe it's not the cleanest, most incredible career that most people would want. Fair enough, it is a horrifically fake career, clouded in many a controversy. But you have made this money on your own dime, and your own time, and your own effort. Like, maybe you should be allowed to treat yourself every now and then, but this is too much. Like, this is way too much. I also do understand that the reason that she's showing this all to an is probably, like, largely because she can get it as a tax write-off if she shows herself buying it and, you know, displaying it. And a lot of people use that as, like, when people bring up how much money she's spending on, like, useless shit that's, oh, it's just tax write-off or whatever. But it's like, look, even though she's getting it tax-free, she's still spending that amount of fucking money. Like, taxes or not, she's still spending, like, 100 grand on shit that she will never use. How many designer handbags does she have that she never uses? Why is she doing this, man? People have genuine issues where they just spend, like, just fucking so much peas, spend like bare racks on all this shit when it don't mean much at all, just to do it because it feels good. It's like some sort of addiction, some deep-rooted, you know, shit there.
This is one of the coolest
3,750.
really comfy casual
2,050.
heavier winter
2,650.
you know I'm gonna get a ton.
These are like the closest suede boots I can find. 1,470.
It's like a utility boot.
1,890.
Anything that gives me
1,150.
off mat and they do
1,520.
This is what I mean. She does these videos so much, like weekly, month, like she does so many of these. She can't actually be using all of this shit.
Are you kidding me?
2,681.
Cool.
530.
Mate, those glasses for $530 fucking dollars.
530.
Are you, like, you're taking the piss there?
Pink sneaker.
1,120.
Miu Miu top and score.
850. And 995.
Cute little shirt.
3,300.
Fuck off! 3,000 for a shirt, man!
Miu Miu tank.
862.
Brown Miu Miu t-shirt.
995.
T-shirt.
775.
Oh! It's a fucking polo t-shirt, man! Are videos like these made just to make laymen feel bad? Like, obviously, I'm doing okay financially now, especially compared to, you know, before this whole YouTube thing kicked off. Thank you so much for that, by the way. That's all you, baby. Thank you. I'll never stop saying it. Cheers. Appreciate that. I banged my fucking funny bone on the fucking table. Shit! That actually really hurt. Fuck. But either way, I feel poor again all of a sudden. I feel like I'm back in the ends watching this fucking video. She might as well be making it rain on us, man. I feel like utter shite now.
The jacket to match the bag.
11,500.
It don't even look good, man. It don't even look like I've seen someone. You look like you're wearing a bin bag. $11,500. That's insane. That's like a year's worth of rent. No, that's 2 years worth of rent in the, not even actually. Like the first flat I moved into when I moved to Glasgow, that is like 2.5 years worth of rent even. I mean, granted, it was not a nice flat in the least, but still.
Pink Miu Miu jacket.
2,750. 59,136, and that's just for part 1 of 2 videos.
Oh, it's just like, it's crazy. That's crazy. So mad. You don't need all that shit. I do think it is a bit of an issue when someone becomes famous purely from spending copious amounts of money on utter shite. Like, if that's what makes you famous, I feel like, I don't know, there's something to be said about that. That's negative, right? This is not what people should be aspiring to be.
It's 127,210. And then the total for both videos is 100.
Wait, what? Are you serious? I thought that was the total. I skipped to the end here because we don't need to go through that again. I thought that was the total, but no, that's just part 2.
This video is 127,210. And then the total for both videos is 186,346. And this is obviously pre-tax, so with tax, that's like over 200 grand.
I don't think, I don't think it is, I think if it was taxed, she wouldn't be doing this. But maybe she really is just that fucking balling, but I feel as though she wouldn't be doing this if she was getting taxed. I feel like doing this all is a tax write-off, right? I thought I was a genius, right? Thinking when I go to America in November, I want to do like vlogs and shit. So I was gonna buy like Kool-Aid for my Shepherd Boy channel, which I'll probably change the title. I'll rebrand it a little because Shepherd Boy is a little weird, but I don't know, maybe I'll keep it that way. It's just funny. I was gonna buy like Kool-Aid and shit and keep it in the vlogs and do like a trying Kool-Aid for the first time type shit and use it as a tax write-off. Like I'm doing tax write-offs on fucking Kool-Aid. Mikayla Noguiera is way ahead of me. You need to admire it to an extent. I'm excited to try Kool-Aid, by the way. Like, you don't understand how genuinely ecstatic I am. That shit is that's gonna be my black awakening.
Who do you think gets more hate? Jaclyn Hill in her prime or Mikayla on TikTok today?
Ooh. I kind of think Mikayla. I think people are also like angrier now and like more easier to go off because of like how TikTok is.
Wait, really?
I kind of think so. I think TikTok makes it easier because people can also like respond
quicker
with their own videos and stuff too. So I feel like it's easier for things to like spread because of TikTok versus like YouTube. There was like select, obviously, like drama channels or commentary channels and stuff.
Oh, that's a good point.
But now with TikTok, like anyone can be a commentator or like drama something. So I think it's easier.
True. Yeah.
And I also think Mikayla rage baits a lot more than Jaclyn. I think Jaclyn like set herself up because she like wasn't thinking things fully all of the time. But I think Mikayla does rage bait.
You do think so? So is rage bait the new like trolling? Is that what it means?
I think so.
Honestly, that's pretty like decent explanation of the whole thing, and I do think that she is rage baiting a lot. Like she knows exactly what she's doing in many situations. But the issue with that is it makes it very difficult to trust her when she is being like I guess supposedly vulnerable about certain things, because she is just such a rage baiter and such a fake bastard that even when she's truthful or saying things that have truth behind them, especially behind that shite accent, it's difficult to take it seriously. It's like she is if the boy who cried wolf was a person.
So you think Mikayla rage baits on purpose?
Sometimes, not all the time. I think sometimes I think when she said you tried to be an influencer for a day, she was genuine. I think she is genuine a lot, but I do also think she raged because after the mascara gate or whatever, like she was referencing it and stuff too, and I think she knew it would get people to comment about the mascara or whatever.
I never even mentioned the mascara in this video actually, but the mascara thing that's a big reason of why she's so fake as well, and also being deceptive about the way that she looks. Like she would use mascara that she was being sponsored to use and then use other things as well to like make the I don't know the fucking terminology. I'm not feminine enough. Truly wish I was, man. I feel like my eyelashes they're decent already. If I actually like put in the graft and did some shit to them, they could be like, I reckon I'd have the best eyelashes in the fucking planet, man. It was very obvious that she was using external things on her eyelashes whilst supposed to be using strictly the brand deal item or whatever. You know what, Naz? Play a clip from my last Mikayla Noguiera video where I show the eyelash part so people know what I mean. I did a better job back then because I was more prepared, but now I'm clueless, man.
And then once you've done that, you flip flip the brush to the side and you use the hook comb to basically separate. This is one coat. Okay, I'm gonna add a second. Look at the length. Do you see that? Anyone's gonna ever be able to compete with this mascara.
So obviously that video there is a brand deal with L'Oreal, as you can see by the description, where in accordance with the law, she does disclose that it is in fact a brand deal, which is also probably why she hasn't deleted this video despite the insane amount of backlash that she got. And like, to put it bluntly, the expose of the crimes that she committed here. Now look, I don't mean crimes as in like fucking war. She hasn't killed anyone or anything, but it is like false advertising is a crime in a case like this, where this video has 63 million views. So if she was to fake anything here, that is 63 million potential customers who have been fooled by false advertising, which is a big deal. Especially when your entire brand is like, you know, beauty-centered and being an influencer and this type of thing. So obviously the whole point of the mascara is to make it look as though your lashes are just so nice and luscious and beautiful. It almost looks as though you have fake lashes, but you don't, right? That's the whole point. Wouldn't it be really fucking bad if she just wore fake lashes and said that the L'Oreal was the reason that they looked like that? So if you look here, there's just very obvious clusters and false lashes that are pretty fucking undeniable. Like, there's no way. It's just so obvious. Like, once again, it makes me wonder if she wanted to be caught doing this so that she could, like, stir controversy up and be talked about more. But you can't do that shit when you're sponsoring an actual brand in a real brand deal. Like, it's just not on the table.
I guess with, like, her luxury haul, for example. Like,
yes.
She went on TikTok and just did a full several part series about all the expensive things that
160,000 someone calculated.
Yeah, shout out to it's Jose Zarate on, because he like sat there and like calculated the full price breakdown of everything.
I loved his TikTok, which was like this much. I was like, crazy.
Yeah, and he calculated. Oh wait, it's more. He calculated at $186,000 and $186,000.
Whew. And it's like, okay, first, do you think it's rage bait or not? You think it was just like showing stuff?
I think she knew it was going to cause commotion.
That is the most, that has to be, by the way, the most expensive rage bait video on the fucking planet. Imagine spending $200,000 on just to make people angry. You know what? I kind of respect it, you know? Like, there's a small part of me, I do think it's weird. I don't think it's a good example to set. But there is a part of me that's like, you know what? Fucking fair fucks to you.
Because she looks so, like, and I think she knew, she's like, oh, I look, and I'm gonna get the people talking. Yeah, I think she wanted to get the girls talking.
Yeah.
Again, this is just me projecting or speculating, but she looks really good. And then last week she just had her whole thing where she was crying about like people making fun of her for looking like ugly or whatever, and she looks really good in this. So I think she knew that she was eating. She's like, let me get the girls talking.
Look at this recommended that I've got here, by the way, after the video. Rigby gonna be the best rage baiter from regular show. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure. You need to put Rigby and Mikayla Noguiera. They're pretty close. They're a tight matchup. That's like a Juan Manuel Marquez, Manny Pacquiao type rivalry right there. It's that close. But honestly, I would say Rigby is the Pacquiao, and I would say Mikayla Noguiera is the Manuel Marquez because of this latest stunt with the fucking 200 grand rage bait video. Just like their fourth fight where Pacquiao got knocked out cold, man. That is a deliberately niche reference. Big up to fucking anybody who got that reference, by the way. If you did, we'd probably be best pals. For those who didn't get the reference, which is most of you, I'll say it in anime terms, because I know you'll fucking get that one. This is like Rigby is like L from Death Note, whilst Mikayla Noguiera is the other guy. What's his name? What is it? Oh, fuck, what is it? It's Light, right? Light Megumi or some shit like that. I need to watch these shows, man. One day I'll give anime another shot. I've just been discouraged based on various things and people, mainly, actually.
So I've been seeing a lot of videos about the Mikayla haul where she shares all those designer things that she bought, and a couple of people have estimated how much it costs, and it's about $100,000 to $150,000. And I had to read the comments because I was just so fascinated by what people have to say. One side is saying, I can't believe how much money she's spending on a haul. $100,000 will absolutely change my life. And then the other side is saying, I can't believe she's making that much money. Influencers are way overpaid. And as someone who's been sharing their income online as a new influencer or content creator, whatever you want to call it, let me give you some perspective.
This lady's doing like fucking trigonometry whilst talking about Mikayla Noguiera, and like, this is also pretty fucking admirable. I can't multitask to this extent at all.
1,000 followers on TikTok and 400,000 followers on Instagram. And this month, I'm going to make my first 6-figure month.
Ooh. congrats. Well done, lass. Big up. Big up Alex on a budget. That budget seems to be increasing. Oh, fair play, lass. Good for you. It's kind of mad, you know. 400,000 on Instagram and TikTok, and that's a 6-figure... Damn! I didn't even realize you made that much based on 400,000 followers on each platform. That's crazy.
Millions of followers, which means she's probably making crazy.
Yeah, that must be insane. The fact that she must be making so much more than that. Mate, 100 grand to her, it's like a blip in the ocean. It's like a fucking penny to us, man. 200 grand to her is like one hair off my head.
Type of content, the luxury influencers and the ones that spend a lot of money and do hauls. But just look at the views and look at the followers. She is making that money because she's bringing in millions of views. Millions of views, and that's attention. And attention is very expensive. So if you don't like that type of content, well then just block and don't watch it. By leaving hate comments, you're actually telling the algorithm that you want to see more of it, and it's going to continue showing you more stuff like that.
Wise words. But I think people actually want to... see more of it. Like people love to hate, man. Some people just love to watch videos that make them angry. I get a lot of that on this channel even. And this isn't like a, you know, a rage baity channel.
So Miss Mikayla, makeup bag, blacked out, teehee. She blacked out and she accidentally spent what, like $50,000, $100,000 on a designer clothing haul, and for some reason she had to show us that.
That's what she said. That is what she said actually. I skipped it because I just didn't want to watch the whole like 2-part mini series of her just buying shit. But that is what she said.
So, I blacked out. Kind of bad. So let's do my biggest luxury unboxing literally ever. Literally feel like Becca Bloom.
I was like, what does that even mean? I blacked out, and like what she was like drinking, or like blacked out, like did she just forget that she... It's like, oh, I hate when that happens. I hate when I accidentally spend 200 grand on designer clothing. It just happens like every 2 weeks or so. And you know what, guys? You probably feel the same struggle, but don't worry. I'm here to empathize with you, show you that, you know, other people also go through the same struggle as you. I fucking despise when I'm walking down the streets of Glasgow, I fall over, and my credit card slips out, gets carried by a pigeon, flies over to the States, into the nearest Prada shop, and buys the whole fucking place. And also purchases some property whilst it's at it. Happens all the time, man. I hate it. I wish it... I
think it was very intentional, but that's a whole other discussion. And so when I went to the comments, like what I expected to see, which I found, is some people being like, hey girl, read the room. I don't really care about this right now. I have like a lot of struggles. But what I was shocked to find was most of the comments was like, oh my God, like y'all love to get mad at people who work hard and then get angry about how they choose to spend their money that they worked hard for. That's not what people are mad at. And the people that are mad, I think a lot of them think that's what they're mad at, but it is much deeper than that. What people are mad at is that Mikayla does not work any harder than the rest of us. We all clock into our 40 or 40 plus hour work week and work very hard, but the majority of us, are unsure about how we're going to pay for our medical bills, our grocery bills, our basic necessities, our childcare, our student loan debt.
You know what? This is a good point. I feel as though it's one thing to show how much you're making and like show off to your... And what she's doing is flexing on the audience. Like it is rage bait, right? And it is distasteful, especially when there are so many people struggling who will watch that video, especially when a lot of them are undoubtedly working a lot harder than she is. It's like I feel bad whenever I bring up finances or anything monetary on this channel because I know there are plenty of people watching who work a lot harder than me who aren't being paid half as much. That's why, and this doesn't remedy it by any means, but anytime I do bring up anything that remotely has anything to do with money, I do my damnedest to, I guess, try to make it clear to you all how appreciative I am of you supporting and watching the videos, and how much it has genuinely made such an impact on my life, right? When we watch Mikayla Noguiera's haul videos or whatever, when she's buying all this shit, there isn't one mention of, you know, thanks or gratitude for the audience who have led her to be able to black out and spend 200 grand on bollocks. She just seems to be doing it, and like the verbiage, oh, I just blacked out and accidentally bought all this shit, it does seem incredibly out of touch, as though it's like, this is just a struggle that we all go through, right? And it is tough to tell if she is just genuinely that stuck up, or if it is a matter of rage bait. I'll tell you what though, I do think that is about it for this video. I think we've covered pretty much everything in recent times that Mikayla Noguiera's gone through controversially. I was a little bit more wired this video. Apologies for that. I am fucking wired right now. It's like 5 a.m. No, it's 5:30 a.m. to be exact. exact, and I haven't slept. I've popped like 6 caffeine pills, because the thing is, and when I say I have ADHD, I don't mean it in like the millennial, me have ADHD, me, I'm so crazy. No, I have crippling ADHD. It fucks me so bad on so many occasions. One time when I was younger, for example, I was like, I was playing, I got the new Poker Park game, Poker Park 2, Wonders Beyond, for the Nintendo Wii. And I was sat there, dead excited to play this game. My parents were out, my brother was out, and I put it in the Wii, and I was sat there, and I was looking at the menu, and I was just sat there, and I stayed sat there, and I wasn't doing anything. Like, as in, I couldn't even move anything on the controller. I was stuck on the menu, going from, like, start game to options to whatever, and my mind was like, I can't leave I just can't leave the fucking menu. I'm not joking to you all, I was sat in that chair for hours, I'm not over-exaggerating, I was sat there for hours stuck on the fucking menu. It took my family actually coming back to the gaff and forcefully turning off the rinky-dink TV that we had from the Wii for me to like snap out of this shit, and it was surreal as hell. I think it was like 2 or 3 hours that I was like just sat there. That's the kind of ADHD that I have. So for this video in particular, I was sat here, I was meant to record at 10 p.m, but I ended up recording at like 3 a.m. because I just couldn't do it. I couldn't press start record, so I just did some other shit. And once again, thank you guys so much, because this is a type of ADHD that would make my life much harder to live sustainably if I was working a more traditional job. But thanks to you all, I'm able to both have the disorder and also make a living. I think I maybe need to get back on Ritalin, but it's pretty hard to obtain nowadays, so who knows? Either way, not really relevant to this video, is it? And it's the end of the video, so I'm sure none of you have even fucking listened to that, which is fine. I'm not complaining at all. Like, you know, it's not really I've got your watch time already. If you left half hour in, that's good enough. I'll get paid from that. I'm not selfish. You don't need to stay for the whole, but you just, you know, come in, stay for a couple of advertisements, get me my money, and then fuck off if you want. Staring at my ugly gub for about an hour, it's nothing what am I doing, man? I need to go to bed. Sorry. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.